Alright, so this week we watched A Colt Is My Passport from 1967. It's directed by Takashi Nomura. It's a crime noir film, and it's on the list because I was given the option of picking a noir or neo-noir film, and this movie's title had me immediately intrigued. A Colt Is My Passport. That's just straight up like, oh, you want to see my papers? Here's my papers. No, that's a gun. It's the noir version of badges. We don't need no stinking badges. It's got 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It's 84 minutes long. This is a great length.
That's what she said.
I will say, I was a little bit surprised when I was watching the movie. They wasted no time getting into it. It opens up with them just talking about a dude's day to the person that they're hiring to kill somebody. They're like, hey, you're a hitman. Here's the person we want you to kill. Let's go over this thing. Here's his daily routine. Can you do it? And they keep being like, his car is bulletproof. He's unreachable. He's always with his bodyguard. Can you get him? And he's like, yeah, I can get him. A very professional fella. Yeah, there's two hitmen in the film. Shuji and Shun. They're working together. Shuji is the old professional. He knows the business very well. And he's got a young apprentice, Shun, who he's showing the ropes to. It's not really a spoiler to tell you, he pulls off the assassination. It's 20 minutes into the movie and he pulls off the assassination. It's not a challenge to him or anything. He just, sniper rifle, thwip, guy's dead. Okay, another couple of other shots and then the bodyguard's dead too. No problem. It's what happens after that that's the real crux of the film. Because they need to get out at that point. And let me tell you, getting out is a whole lot harder than just being there and taking the job. So this is labeled as a neo-noir film, and I can see why. It has those elements. It is definitely in contention for being in that genre. There's a few things, though, that make me a little bit hesitant to call it strictly just that. For one, eventually the story stops just being here's this badass killer doing his assassin stuff, and it turns into, I guess this is kind of something that shows up in noir films too. The femme fatale, the dame who shows up with the job. A good portion of the movie is Shuji interacting with this lady he has a bit of a history with. It stops being about crime, it stops being about the job, it stops being about escaping and these assassins, and it just starts being about these two people. This guy and this lady he knows. And their relationship, which is not exactly unheard of in the genre, and is in fact often one of the most referenced tropes, what's a gal like you doing in a place like this sort of thing. And part of me also has to wonder about this as a strictly noir film, because it also feels like it's borrowing elements from westerns. Okay, hear me out. So this is set 1967. This is the year after The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly has come out. The final installment of the Dollars trilogy. The first one came out in 64. So plenty of time to find some inspiration. There's this, the theme song. I don't even know if I want to call it a theme song. But Shuji's, I want to say, leitmotif. The music that plays when something has happened. It's reminiscent of the score, the Morricone score from the Dollars trilogy. The whistling and just the plotting. I mean, here, listen to this. And then listen to this. Can we not hear where there might be a little bit of inspiration for the second, coming from the first? I certainly could not help but hear it. I enjoy how just down-to-earth everything about this film was. Our protagonist, he's not this over-the-top action guy who's doing trick shots and everything. His big masterstroke for the assassination that everybody was this is going to be so difficult. Are you going to be able to do it? How can you possibly do it? Was getting the fourth floor in a building, an apartment, being I want to check this out, I'll come get you when I'm ready. Opening the window a crack, and then firing off a couple of rounds with a sniper rifle, and then picking up the rounds, and then disposing of the gun. That is the most plain, ordinary way of doing an assassination. Just sniper, just dead. It's a little bit wacky when he's come up with a contingency plan for dealing with people who, I don't even know how you would plan this in advance. This is like the sort of planning that people think Batman can do. He had a second brake installed in his car in the back seat, so when people showed up to kidnap him, he could step on the brake in the back seat and cause the car to come to a screeching halt and have the other two people like smash their faces on the windshield. And that's such a niche thing to have happen, and to have it be like, oh, he's a mastermind, he planned this. It's like, how could you possibly plan for them to put you in the back seat? Realistically, they should be in the back seat with a gun to the back of your head. I don't know. So that was not like a fantastical thing, but it was a little bit silly. But the action, for the most part, is very believable. Nothing outstanding, nothing super flashy. Even the big final scene, like they had a shootout, sort of. It's like dude just has a few guns and he made a bomb. When every other piece of action in the film is just like, I fired a couple of shots, or somebody got punched or something like that. The fact that they're like running and gunning and doing rolls has you like, whoa, this escalated a lot. When in actuality, it's not that big of a heightening of the situation. Yeah, it was a very fun film, but like, I can't even say necessarily that it's, it's not super remarkable, it's just very solid. Nothing about it is really, really stand out. It's just incredibly well put together. Like, the plot of this is nothing to write home about. Hitman does an assassination and needs to get away while the heat is on. It's just well executed. That's the thing. Like I don't really have notes on this. This is just like easy to understand, straightforward story that happens. The characters are likable. It's completely believable. You can follow what's happening easily. It's a good watch. It's definitely earned its place in the collection. And hey, with that name, who could possibly deny that it at the very least sounds cool? So yeah, I guess I don't have a lot to say about this, other than hey, give it a watch. And hey, what are we gonna watch next time? 3, 2, 1, and go! Okay, so everybody got that little spin. It's a little bit difficult to say what's winning so far, because everything sort of starts off equally. We all go down into the hole. In we go. Okay, we're coming out, and out front is Cecil B. Demented. This is a really tight pack. Okay. Cecil B. Demented and the Killers are flying neck and neck out front. Fierce City is also coming up close. The Velvet Vampire appears to be going a different way from everything else. Over here in this gigantic spiral, these guys are going into a black hole and dropping down into these cubes. The Killers is apparently way out front. What are these cubes? This is a bizarre course. Okay, the Killers has a commanding lead now. Wow, okay. All you guys are stuck over there. Monsieur Hulu's Holiday is over here on the track next to the Killers, but it's still got to go around the bend a few times before it catches up on its level. This seems like a done deal unless it hits one of these cubes and... Oh, a man escaped! Has just leapt to its death. The Killers gets zapped. It hits a cube that does nothing to it. It's stuck though. Never Weaken has fallen to its death. Cecil B. Demented also fallen to its death. The Killers get stuck for a little bit, but manages to stick the landing just before Fierce City, which plummets off the side. Okay, Teorema. Brazil gets knocked off the edge. The Phantom of the Monastery. My favorite software is being here. The Hit. Fabulous Baron Munchausen. Here comes Dead Calm. Charade and Doom Generation are coming in as well. They're bouncing off the black hole things. We still have a few more things up there. Here goes Vampire. Into the Abyss. We have still remaining Three Women, After Hours, and Kiss of the Spider-Woman. I believe Kiss of the Spider-Woman will not finish. Will either of you? Three Women lands, and After Hours dies. Alright. We only have 10 finalists then. It's official, our winner is The Killers. Let's be real, we knew what was going to happen there. Alright, so yeah, there's our top 10. The Killers, Teorema, The Phantom of the Monastery, My Favorite Software is Being Here, The Hit, The Fabulous Baron Munchausen, Dead Calm, The Doom Generation, Charade, and Three Women. Everything else fell to its death. Let's pull up my list and see why The Killers is here. The Killers from 1946. Directed by Robert Siodmak. It is another crime noir film. Alright. 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. 103 minutes. Excuse me. 103 minutes. And it's on the list because it's from John Carpenter's top 10. This is recommended by John Carpenter. And we respect his work. Right up until Escape from LA. Alright. Yeah, that sounds like it might be interesting. It's an oldie. I have not picked a bad noir film off of this so far.